Running is a lot like any other sport. Not only is it physical, but there's a strong mental component too. Being able to be mentally tough, mentally resilient, to withstand discomfort and tiredness when you're running is a key asset to have. And I'm here to share a few tips with you to help you strengthen that. And the first one is have a strong why. Hi, I'm Ralph, the Ageless Runner. Welcome and thank you for being here today. Now, when I say why, I'm talking about why are you out here running? What is your motivation? Having a strong personal reason for running can help you stay strong when it gets tough out there. Knowing why you're running gives you a purpose, helps you get out there every day or whatever day you want to run and stick with it. Now, your why doesn't have to be a big thing, doesn't have to be a big goal like you're going to go out and run a marathon. It can, but it doesn't have to be. Goals and races are great motivators. It could be something very simple. It could be like fitness, and that's my motivation. Staying fit, especially as I get older, is my personal motivation for getting out here and running every day. So you need to find your why. You need to have a strong personal reason for why, because if you don't have that strong why, all these other tips I'm going to give you probably aren't going to do a whole lot because you don't have a good reason for being out there. Now, next tip is something you're probably already doing, and that's to consistently run and gradually increase your intensity or your distance. By doing that, you're kind of training your mind, not only your body. Your mind's getting used to those little longer runs, getting used to going out there 3 or 4 days a week, and that just makes it easier when the going gets tough. Your mind's already used to doing these long runs because you gradually build up to it. Doesn't seem like a big shock to it. So another aspect is to embrace discomfort. Discomfort is part of the process. Mental resilience, mental toughness comes from the fact that accepting that discomfort is part of the process. And by expecting it and embracing it, you're taking away its power over you. And recognize it's a sign of progress. It's a sign, by pushing yourself, it's a sign that you're making progress. So just embrace it. Do not let it overwhelm you. It's part of the process. Have you ever run in the rain? Well, the first time I ever run in the rain was a trail race, and I wasn't expecting that. That was a big shock to me. So another way to increase your resilience, your mental toughness, is to run in tough conditions. Run when it rains, run when it's hot or cold, run when it's windy, run on hilly courses. All those tough things expose your mind and helps your mind adapt to those tough conditions. So when you experience them for real, maybe you're doing a race and you show up on race day and it's raining, your mind's already adjusted to that. Your mind's already accepted that as something you're capable of doing. So running those tough conditions, it helps improve the body and the mind. Now, there are also several what I call mind diversion techniques you can use. One is mindful running. Focus on your cadence, focus on your breathing, kind of get those zones sync. Get in the zone, focus on that, not think about, how much more do I have to run? Focus on the here and now. That's mindful running. That'll help get your mind off of what you're feeling, the discomfort, and certainly not think about, I have more distance to go and I'm not sure I'm going to make it. Another technique is what I'll call them gains, for lack of a better word. For example, you're running along and there's a landmark down there, maybe there's a stop sign. Make a guess of how many steps or seconds it'll take you to get there and just kind of play that game with various landmarks. Sometimes I like to compose emails. It may not be one I'm going to send, but I sometimes email with people I used to work with. I'll compose one of those in my mind. I might write up and send it later, but composing an email really helps take my mind off my running or any discomfort I'm feeling. And my last suggestion as far as a mental distraction is to count backwards by 7 and pick a high number, 5,128, 5,121, 5,114, and so forth. Counting back by 7 is not easy, and it takes your mind off your discomfort. And by the way, that's a great technique even if you're not running. You're feeling anxious or nervous, start counting backwards by 7. You wake up in the middle of the night and the mind starts working, start counting backwards by 7. It's a great technique. Use it in things other than running. But those kind of mind diversion techniques can take your mind off the discomfort or tiredness or achiness that you're feeling. Now, one technique I use on long runs is to break it up into segments. Think of it as a segment. It's not 5 miles. It's maybe 3 segments that I run. Maybe I'll run to a certain intersection. That'll be one segment. Then I'll run to another intersection. That's a second segment, and so forth. But breaking it up into segments is like 3 little runs, 3 little goals you achieve, which just makes it very easier to swallow the whole. It's kind of like eating the elephant. You do it one bite at a time. So breaking your long run into segments helps you accomplish it in smaller units that just seem more manageable. So another aspect to help with your mental toughness, your mental resilience, is not focus on perfection, focus on progress. Recognize when you go out and you run, you do something, you're making progress. Don't worry about what you didn't do right, or don't worry if you didn't make a little milestone, a little goal you had set out there. It doesn't really matter in the long run. You're still making progress. You're out there running. Finally, my last suggestion are the 2 M's, music and mantras. Those things can help elevate your mood. Music can uplift your spirit. Mantras using positive self-talk can really help keep you energized and going. My favorite mantra is, I'm a strong and healthy runner. I'm a strong and powerful runner. Those types of things can take your mind off what you're feeling and help motivate you and keep you going. So being mentally resilient, being mentally tough is something you can learn, something you can practice and get better at. Some of the techniques I share will help you do that. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did and you liked it, please scroll down and hit that like icon. Those likes really help my channel. They help the video. And if you're new here, I'd love to have you be a subscriber. Please consider clicking the subscribe icon also. Thank you so much and happy running.